Welcome to Hot Tea with Patch and BP.
Hey, hi, lovely to see you again on this lovely cold Australia morning.
I'm going to apologize. I have a slight cold. Compliments of my husband, so if I sound a bit nasally.
Well, I've just got
hacking up a lung.
Oh, bless you, bless you. Well, I'm sat with the heating on, so I'm lovely and warm. And
well, I do have a little like heater here. I can put it on, but I just can't be bothered. So, anyways,
it might not do very well for you.
Probably not. But anyways, hey everyone, thanks for coming back.
Yay.
Thank you. I'm glad you stuck with us through this journey. It's very, very funny journey that we have together.
Oh, well, that's right. Well, the last one was hilarious. Making it, at least, was hilarious.
Well, we got drunk. That was fun.
We got very drunk twice. We had like
twice.
Had like 2 hours of footage to go through. That's how much we just went on and
Leave it all in. Leave it all in. It was that good. It was that good.
Forgive me if there's too many breaks. If there's too many splicing together, it goes. Bleh, bleh. It was funny. So that was food, drink, and music.
My favorite bit was when everybody just bamboozled you and you told them stay the hell out, and they just went, no way, we're coming up with shots.
The bastards crashed. I know. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
That was great. So, so this is your episode. This week's episode is your episode. So you know what? Roll with it, sister.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about femininity because, just because we're girls. And we've grown up.
We're ladies.
Femininity. It's like, because I wanted to talk about what is it? Does it exist? What is it? What do we think it is? And basically, as sort of for girls, for any girls watching young or whatever, just so that they can understand that everything's pretty much normal. That's where I'm going with it. That's what I wanted to do with it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So let's I'll show you a screenshot from last week. So this will show our femininity off really well, I think.
Okay. Yes, please.
So what do we think about that? I think it's all there, isn't it? I think that's it.
That is a delightful photo of you, and I don't really know what I'm doing there. I'm such a spastic.
Oh, it's a great shot, I think. Anyway,
I
just thought I'd share that.
Actually, I sent that one to you. I'm like, look at that nice photo. And you're like, dick.
I know. Yeah, thanks for that. I look like a monkey or something. That's great.
You do.
I'm going to try not to pull that at all today.
Yeah.
But also in this episode, we have a guest joining us later on. It'll be a bit of fun. Amy's going to join us. So Amy is a former Northern Beaches roller girls chick, as we were. That's how we all know each other.
She was a former skater.
She was. So we've got her on later on to talk about femininity. So I'm going to go straight into
yes, please.
What do you think femininity is? I mean, for me, I think it's the stereotypical traits of what everybody considers female, like liking pink, wearing dresses, growing your hair long, makeup.
It's up to a lot of different interpretation.
It is. Well, that's what I think it is. So what do you think femininity is?
Like I said, it's up to everyone's own interpretation. If you look at the standard world, I guess what everybody thinks what femininity is, it is usually very girly. It's usually
stereotypical.
Stereotypical. Little girls wear pink. They play with dolls. They don't like to get dirty. That was not me. Sorry.
That was not me.
That was not you. You probably looked a little bit more tomboyish than I did. But we'll show you those photos.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think femininity is whatever you want it to be. I mean,
I think so as well.
You can have a woman that is very androgynous looking, and she's feminine as well.
Well, that's where I'm going with all this. I'm like, because I've got you don't have a daughter, but you were a girl, and you have sisters.
Yeah,
you were a girl once. You were a girl once, yeah, once. But no, I obviously I have a 14-year-old girl, and she's very much like me, a bit tomboyish, but she's a lot
great.
Yeah, but she's a lot more girlier than me. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's not into makeup or anything like that at 14, but she's a little bit more girlier than I ever was, but she's definitely more tomboyish, as in she's into being outside and stuff like that.
Oh, she loves to play with bugs and dig in the dirt and
Yeah.
catch spiders and lizards and all sorts of shit I didn't do, but I did play in the dirt. I did play in dirt.
Yeah, I did that. And climb trees.
Yeah,
and she's the same. She likes all that, but she has always wanted long hair, never liked short hair, and she did attribute that to being boyish and not being. And I wish because when I was a kid, I just had my hair cut short here. Look, I'll show you this one. So let's do this one.
I had my hair cut short I had long hair for a very long time until I wanted my hair cut like John Taylor from Duran Duran, and then broke my mother's heart when I came home from my aunt's over the summer, and I was like my haircut. She's like, oh my God, no. And I was like, but it's like John Taylor's. Because
he is a boy. But that's the thing.
He had an awesome hairdo, and I wanted it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So this is images of me growing up.
Oh, look at you when you were 4.
I know.
You are so cute.
So that's
the cutest little bob cut ever.
You know what? I look at that and I look back when I was younger thinking, what a horrible hairdo. I was such a kid. But I look back at it now and think, I had such healthy, shiny, beautiful hair. But I dressed like a boy. I was a boy for many years. Grew my hair when I was about 15. That was it.
Is that a perm?
Yes, it is.
Great, because we're going to come through my photos when I had a perm.
But I didn't have the Kylie Minogue perm. You know, the poodle perm with the where you back.
Oh, the spiral perm. Oh, yeah. I did. That was me.
Yeah, I didn't, and I wish
that was me in a bottle of Aquanet. That was like hairspray. That was basically like liquid cement. There were 3 different colors.
This is it. This is where I come into hair a lot later on. I was just such a boy. I wore pants to school, no skirts, didn't wear any skirts. But then at 18, started, the boobs and the getting all girly and whatnot.
Were you a late bloomer?
I was in everything. I was. And then, and then I grew my hair and I am where I am today.
I mean, look how short your hair is when you're 21. That's when you were in the army, right?
Yeah, it is.
Jesus, man, that is like short.
Well, I went in with shorter hair, when I was 23, like a bob cut, and some of the other because you've got to put your hair in a bun every day and pin it.
So you just went, forget it. I'm just cutting it.
So it was, if any bits hung out, you absolutely got, disciplined. So me and a couple of the girls got absolutely sick of it. So we just cut it all off, so you could just hide it under your berry. And that's it. You just have a berry and that was it. But the worst thing about short hair is you have to style it.
Oh, you do.
Or you look like I did when I was 11 with that bloody hairdo.
You look like a chicken. It's like
freaking awful. It's bloody gross.
It's all everywhere. 6, look at me there. 6.
Oh, and your little gingham dress is so pretty. Look at it.
I loved that dress. I absolutely loved that dress. And then then moved on to high school. Peak of the 80s. Look at that here. 14.
See, that is the frizz that I didn't have. And
can I just tell you something? That rugby jersey, that is an authentic Canterbury of New Zealand rugby jersey, because when they launched in the US, that's when and it had the proper rubber button, the old school ones. And I remember when they launched, I saved money all summer to buy one. It was like $150 back then. That was a lot of money. But it was great. Oh, I loved that thing. And then of course, my sister Tina, she became a hairdresser, decided to give me a spiral perm. So that's 15 and 16.
I know, but look at that. That was amazing. And in your prom photo.
Oh, that wasn't my prom. That was his prom. But
that was his prom. So you were a bit younger, yeah. Wow. But you see, you seem to have been quite girly, quite feminine all the way through growing up, were you? I mean, you've got your rugby shirt on there and jeans.
Oh yeah, but I still I wore jeans there, but I still I was wearing jeans in the photo when I was 15. But I mean, even though I was girly, I still liked, I hung out with boys. I had lots of boyfriends. I never had a lot of female friends.
You're wearing makeup in that. Is that because for the pictures, or were you a makeup wearer? Because you obviously styled the hell out of your hair.
Oh, it was all about the hair. All about the hair, girl. All about the hair.
And the big earrings.
Well, it was 1987. Hello?
I get that.
If you weren't wearing an earring that was like the size of this, you're like, hey.
I love big hoops right now. That's what I wear to go out in.
I
love
had a
big
pair of
hoop.
hoops that were like this big, and one time my friend gave me a hug and he put his arms all the way through it, and I went, okay, hand out slow, and he was like, oh.
That's ridiculous. That is just ridiculous.
They were amazing. They were so big they like hit my shoulders. I was like, are they cool?
Very cool. Well, I think we should get Amye on now. Okay.
Should get Amye on now.
Hey,
we got Amye.
Amy's here, and I've got my hard tea.
I've got my hard
welcome.
tea. Amy's not having hard tea because she will have no hard tea left.
She'll run out by 6 o'clock. But welcome, you're our first guest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome to Hard Tea, Amye. My condolences.
Well, luckily we're doing this on Zoom, so we can't catch BP's cold. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to start with a screen share just of why you two get along so well. Okay, go. Look at you two. so magnificent.
The concentration.
So equal in your dedication and monginess is why I wanted to show that.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember that exact moment, and that was
so do I.
We were not winning, and we got pulled off by the coach inexplicably.
Oh, I'm sorry for sharing it.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, you two guys are shit, so get off.
That's not fair. Get your take on the whole thing about, just what it is. We've just been sort of thinking, what is it, and is it important, and what sort of things have you had to do with feminine? You're a girl, so you're naturally feminine. That's automatic, but it's not, is what the whole thing is about.
Correct.
What I do know is I'm non-conforming.
Yeah.
And so I always consider myself a tomboy. So I was looking up the definition of tomboy, and now apparently tomboy is, don't say tomboy, that's a terrible label to use. And I think, but that's
why?
It is now. It is now. Like, just remember when you were I was a tomboy as a kid, and thinking about how it all is now. If I was a tomboy now, I'd be something else. I wouldn't be the tomboy label that I gave myself. That's the thing. But anyway, feminine. That's the thing. What is feminine anymore? Is it wearing pink? Men wear pink shirts.
I think feminism doesn't necessarily isn't exclusive of gender. Like you said, there are androgynous men who look feminine. There are feminine men who have
correct
like to wear makeup. There are women who are feminine. I am not one of them. I mean, I don't particularly care for dresses. I don't put makeup on unless I have to. I ride motorcycles and play softball, but I'm straight and have children and been married. But that's a sexuality thing, not an expression.
Yeah, that's right. Correct. I'm going to show the pictures that you sent me, and you can.
Because they're great. Because they're great.
You can tell us about these.
Oh, I love your hair there, Amye. Look at your hair.
Oh,
yeah.
Big earrings. It's fantastic.
So, I mean, by and large, as a teenage girl, trying to sway, male attraction, I probably wore more makeup as a young early 20s. But then I kind of like siphoned right off of that a little bit. I joined the military when I was 18. And so I was in the US Navy for 5 years, and I served on ships. It was hard work. It was manual labor, and it was not feminine at all.
I was going to say it's a very masculine thing you did.
Very masculine. Yeah. So, I knew how to weld. I knew how to use a rivet gun. I knew how to paint a hole, and tie special knots and all that kind of thing.
Non-feminine things. Yeah. Awesome.
And motorcycles. Like I grew up riding dirt bikes with my dad and fishing, and fishing's still one of my favorite things to do.
I know, and it's cool.
Yeah, and that's something girls tend to do. I know there are girls who like fishing, but I love it. But I still ride bikes today. So you've really hit on something there when you go on the non-conforming and all that sort of stuff. So I've got this to share. This gender spectrum. You must have heard of this, and if you haven't, this is basically it. Which is, to me, it's a bit. It's like if we're all on this spectrum somewhere, where are we? Are we at number one, where we're all girly, or are we yellow in the middle? And then we sway either side, and then that's where we land, because we could land in the blue and green. And does that mean we're men? I don't think it does. Manly and butch. I wouldn't even consider myself manly and butch.
or particularly girly, because I'm not really into pink. You know, I've had my times where I was pinky, you know, I was into pink and I was into girly things, and you know, all these things. So I wouldn't know where to start with this gender spectrum thing. I wouldn't know where to put myself or anything.
No, it's funny when we talked about boys wearing makeup and wearing skirts or whatever. I think there's a lot of it probably has a lot to do with the internet. You know, people are more open, they're more risky. I mean, I'm sure that there were women back in the day in the 50s who were wearing dresses and cooking dinner for their husband, were butch but wouldn't show it. And same with men.
Correct.
Cross-dressers hidden in the closet. So I think as the world becomes more accepting of other types of people, that gender spectrum even grows even bigger. I would put myself in the middle.
I would as well, and that would make you non-binary. So
I would too.
I would think most people of the world are non-binary. If you've ever done anything that's particularly masculine or anything that's female, put you in the middle. We're all non-binary. We all don't fit this binary thing, but we're all binary. The idea is we're all binary. It's just that we're either side of it, depending on what day it is. Let's get on to, I want to talk about puberty, because, you know, it's all part of this female thing that we're talking about.
Let's talk about puberty.
Boobs,
periods, boobs,
hair, the removal of or not. I mean,
everything.
What is feminine, what isn't? I mean, obviously, a typical stereotype for a woman is massive boobs, but that's not the case, is it? A very feminine woman can be completely flat-chested. But we all had to grow up either boobs like massive boobs like BP there, or very late bloomer I was. And yeah.
Well, actually, it's funny that you mentioned this, because I thought about this, right? And if you have a look, and I'm going to bring up Playboy magazine, okay? Because Playboy magazine actually did kind of set the tone for how they thought women should look. And I think it's true as far as feminine women. So we'll go back to Playboy. So Playboy, when they first started, women, they did have larger breasts, massive bushes, okay, like huge bushes. And then as you look at the progression of how it goes, the boobs didn't get smaller, but the hair did, the bushes did, right? So then it's like, it's kind of like people look at a Playboy magazine, they go, oh, that's what a woman should look like. That's an ultimate woman right there, you know, big titties, no hair, you know? And so, and that just makes you think, it's like, is that the precedence that is being set for how women should be as far as being feminine? I don't think so.
I think it's taught men a false sense of security about how women be.
Real women.
I think Barbie has screwed up girls.
Yes.
Well, they've changed Barbie now. They don't have her as the normal standard. I mean, they do still have the standard Barbie, but they have now
the different variants.
Normal Barbie, the one that doesn't have the big boobs and the curvy in the tiny little waist. She's just like, you know.
But she doesn't have a bush. They haven't given her a bush. Or even
Barbie never had a bush. She just had that anatomically area that was cut out. But you know, it's just, I know, but it's just they've now made Barbie to be more of what people would say a normal looking woman.
Yeah, less stereotypical,
less
ridiculous.
Stereotypical, less makeup, less plastic looking, more, you know, just everyday kind of person, your girl next door.
I think that's the key term here is stereotypes, right? And again, I think it's media and internet. So back in the day when painters painted, it was Rubenesque, and that was
absolutely. Those were big women.
Now we've
real women,
Barbie and Playboy and Kim Kardashian and teen magazines and now social media. And so it's being thrown down people's throats that, you know, and porn, you know, kids.
I know.
Boys are growing up thinking that porn is real sex.
And it's normal. And that's how
exactly,
you treat each other.
Exactly. And it's not. But I mean, porn has always been there. Porn has always been there, right? But
it's more available now.
It's more available now. Because before porn was like, oh, it's dirty. You got to go to those nasty movie theaters or the peekaboo booths, right?
Whereas all you have to do is Pornhub. It's available to everybody and it's free. So
that's right.
It exists.
So everything, and again, comes back to the internet, is screwing everybody up, basically.
Yep. Okay. So getting back to puberty, let's talk about periods.
Oh, yay.
Yay, the best subject.
In fact, my mother didn't talk to me about it either. And my mom and I talk about this now. You know, we didn't have the sex talk and the period talk. So I remember when I got it, I was like, it was almost slightly shameful. And
Really?
we just went to the grocery store. She bought me a box of pads. I had to put one in my backpack and go to school. That was it. And I remember when I started using tampons, I was too embarrassed to ask her to buy some at the store. So I wrote it down on a shopping list on the fridge.
Oh, I want to give you a hug, Amy.
I know.
I want to give
hug.
I want to give 14-year-old Amy a hug. Anyway, so cheers, Amy. Thank you very much. And we'll see you.
Well, I'm going to be hitting you up. I'll be moving up to Brisbane in a couple of weeks.
I know.
It's exciting.
Brisbane.
You can come and join me in the studio. You could be here with me. That'd be good.
I just told her, I said, it gives me more of an excuse to come to Brisbane now.
Yay.
Not that I needed one, but you know, and then you can get involved in all of our shenanigans when we go out, because
I don't know, that scares me a little bit. I'm scared.
Oh, you should be.
You should be, actually. You know, nothing ever happens without drama with her. Whenever she's here, drama.
Hey,
drama.
You were complaining when you were getting free drinks all night long.
Because you spoke to a Arabian guy or whatever he was.
I don't know what he was. He was something.
Anyway,
he was lovely.
So cheers. Thanks for coming along, Ames. All right.
Thanks for coming on, Amy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to stop this.
Love you.
Love you, Aim. Well, that was fun talking to Amy.
Oh. Look, we have been girly and we do girly, but it's usually when we're fancy dressing it.
Yes.
That's when we go extreme and ridiculous, right?
Yes. Yes.
And that's about it. I'll put a bit of makeup on when I
look good as a blonde.
You do. We've got a few pictures of you as a blonde, and I think
I have so many photos of us dressed up. I don't even think we have normal photos of us. It's just us at Hilt. But
this is also.
Oh my God! Look how gigantic you were.
I was, but look, that's me. That's me being feminine. How long ago was that? 14 years. That's Lara. I was a weeble wobble. I could not.
I looked like I swallowed a beach ball because I was so short. It was just like.
I know. But look at you there with little Henri. Look at that picture.
He was 3 days old in that photo.
Oh, that's a gorgeous picture. And then we've got Amy in her stunning, sexy whites.
Oh, I get a bit hot under the collar when I see that photo of Amy.
I know, because you can imagine that possibly Richard Gere's in the background.
I can only hope it's him next to her, but I know it's not. Officer and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
It's a good team.
That was the original Sirens.
That was the original Sirens, and probably the best.
Rocking it, yeah. It was
the best.
It was the best year.
It was the best year.
The underdogs that came up and almost took the championship. We were amazing. We were amazing.
You were amazing. What are you talking about? You were amazing.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
And let me just tell you, if it wasn't for Derby, you and I never would have met. And
that is very
so
true.
happy. I'm so happy I met you through Derby, because where would I be without you?
Well, we wouldn't be doing this.
Well, we wouldn't be doing
I'd be bored. I'd be sat eating crisps, getting fat. That's what I've been doing with this cold weather. What have you done in the past week?
So in the past week, I made a wedding cake, which I showed you photos of. It was freaking fabulous. It was
massive,
amazing. It was massive. They thought it was fantastic, and it was delicious. It was like the total cake weighed 25 kilos.
That's ridiculous.
I know. The board I brought it over on was like this thick, and I was like, oh my God.
It'd have to be to support that weight.
Yeah, it was. And it had like a million supports in it, but that was good. I made a Minecraft cake.
I saw that as well. That's brilliant.
Just for somebody that I work with. I've got a massive Mexican night coming up. Hopefully I'm just gonna, you know what, pseudoephedrine is a hell of a drug. Take it.
Sniff
it right now.
Get it right in there.
Right up in there.
Get it right
so
in
I
there.
can feel better. And school holidays are coming up.
They are. Have you got all planned, kids?
Well, I might try to take some time off so I can take my son and I like to go to museums, and the Australian museums open back up again, actually. Go and check that out. And then I just want to be able to spend some time with him, you know.
Good for you. Not me. My kids will just be in their bedroom on their devices and I'll be doing my thing. So parenting 101, 100%.
Winning.
Awesome. I get the
team.
award. I get the award.
I do. The award goes to Patch for the best parent ever.
No, it'll actually be more like this dustbin. That'll be the award I get. with my kids in it. I'll have 2 little pictures of my kids in it. That's my award.
I know.
Parenting, yeah. But
Well,
I tell you what I did last night. I watched Cruella, Disney's Cruella.
Is it good?
It's fabulous. Get it watched.
Okay.
It's awesome. It
Okay.
really is. I don't really. Emma Stone, I thought, little mousy Emma Stone. She's brilliant in it with her English accent. Brilliant. Watch it. Planning on doing Dry July. That might be a mistake.
I'm actually thinking about that as well. See how we go. But why would that be a mistake? It's not like you're drunk every night.
Every weekend, though. Anyway, that's what we've got coming up. And what's next week's topic? It's yours.
What is it? Oh, jobs. Jobs. Funny jobs. All jobs. Jobs you've had.
Jobs we've had.
Jobs you liked. Jobs you hated. Your dream job. Because I was telling.
Have a think about that.
I was telling Patch if I had to write out how many jobs I had, it would just go around the world about 5,000 times. I've had some very interesting jobs, though. I've had.
Yes, you have. Are you going to tell us them all?
I will tell.
I've heard most of them, and I'm sure you've kept some back, and I'd love to get.
I've had some funny jobs.
Yeah, so that's good. So yeah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I don't know how feminine and femininity we got into, but just wanted to talk about us growing up and stuff. Get to know us a bit better.
Sure, absolutely.
But I'd love to hear from other people if they comment about extreme femininity against the absolute polar opposite. Where you fit in? Are you a girly girl? Are you the complete opposite? I'd love to hear from you, and obviously,
absolutely.
Share that with everybody else and all other girls. And I just think
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're super feminine or not super feminine. It's like what is your interpretation of femininity? What do you feel is feminine?
Yeah, and does it matter? Does femininity matter? Does it exist? Does it really exist? Really?
Does it?
Men can be feminine and women can be masculine. So yeah. So was this a pointless episode? Did we just waste our freaking time because it doesn't exist?
Hey, it does, because think about foreign languages. When you think foreign languages,
feminine and masculine.
This could be masculine and this could be feminine.
That's right. Yeah.
So it does exist.
It does. It does exist. There you go. So
it does exist.
Thoughts and feelings on that.
Thoughts and feelings. But yeah, awesome. comment on how on what you feel, or if you want us to talk about a particular topic, please put it down in the comments box, and don't forget to
that's right. Yeah, absolutely. And even send us your feminine photos or your non-feminine photos.
Totally.
Growing up, and we'll put them on our Instagram, and we'll share them, and we'll put ours up as well.
Absolutely.
And we'll just show girls that femininity is whatever you make of it, and it doesn't matter if somebody says to you you're not very feminine. You can say sod off. I don't have to be. Up yours. Poke
exactly.
Yeah, what are we on about? Anyway, I think we're done for this week. Yeah,
we are. Thank you very much, and we will see you all next week.
Cheers. Bye. Thanks a lot.